As soon as Sunday around 5 o'clock hits, it seems that every ounce of happiness that you had before over the course of the weekend just seems to be drained straight out of you, and is sort of known as the Sunday feeling. That's what people call it. And I've had this myself. I used to, like, honestly, every single Sunday around 4 o'clock for me, I just go dead silent. I would not say a word. I wouldn't even really feel like talking to anyone, even when we're eating dinner. I know what it's like, and it all stems from the 9 to 5. You're dreading your job, or maybe university or college for some people, but it's mainly for the people that work a job. And I guess it's because they don't enjoy their job, it doesn't fulfill them, and they know that they've got to go through a whole entire week again until it gets to Friday, 5 o'clock, until they can be happy, essentially. But it's just, I don't know, I've managed to get rid of it, and what I've understood is no one's fault but your own. It comes down to a mindset thing, and the only way you're going to be able to battle this is through changing your mindset. And let me tell you how I managed to get rid of it, because I've not really had that Sunday feeling for a while now. I've had some time off over Christmas, about 11 days off. I go back this Monday, I'll go back tomorrow, or it's Saturday when I'm recording this, but tomorrow when this gets uploaded. And I've not had that Sunday feeling for a long time, and I don't have it now. Like, you think after having time off, holidays, whatever, that's when it hits real hard, but I don't get it now. And it's because I realized that my 9 to 5 is not bad. And the reason I'm able to do the things that I want to do is through my job. Don't get me wrong, it's a 9 to 5 the best thing in the world? Absolutely not. Have I enjoyed myself more over the Christmas period than I do at my 9 to 5? Of course, it's obvious. Okay, but the main difference between me and a lot of other people, it's going to sound pretty big-headed, but it's not what I'm trying to get at, is that I've managed to have something to work on after work. I have a passion. I record YouTube videos. I go to the gym. I enjoy going to the gym, and have things outside of the 9 to 5 that make me happy, that I'm passionate about. And a lot of people, they just come home and they just sit in their bed waiting to go back to work the next day. Maybe they have, football after work, or maybe some people do go to the gym, but that's the only thing, is that once that hour or 2 hours of the gym is gone and they're just sat back at home, that's when it, the feeling of just feeling unfulfilled and feeling like you don't really have a purpose, that's when it hits home the hardest. And I managed to get rid of that, even when I was doing things that I thought were making me happy and they weren't. I still had it then, and it's because I wasn't doing anything that I was truly passionate about, that I'm then like, wow, I can at work thinking about what video should I make, and then what should my next subject be that I talk on, what are my goals with the YouTube channel. It's because it keeps me fulfilled. And another big thing, this is like a little game changer for people that go to the gym, have a goal in the gym, because that will make the gym sessions feel a lot better. And then for me as well, like, I'm bulking right now, so when I get home from work, I've got to eat, I've got to fuel my body. And that's another thing, is like, I'm always doing things now that I want to do. The 9 to 5, look, painting cars, it's never been a dream of mine. I'll keep it real. It's never been a dream, but I understood that if I don't do something about it outside of work, what I'm going to be doing is painting cars for the rest of my life. And I used to tell myself genuinely, like, I will never be happy working a 9 to 5, but a lot of that came from social media. And it's another thing that you guys need to recognize, is that before social media was talking about the rat race, the matrix, this and that, I mean, it's always been a thing for, people not enjoying their jobs. For, like, my grandparents were probably feeling that feeling, but social media has heightened that by, young influencers, 18 years old, this and that. They live a lavish lifestyle, and you're looking at that like, man, I want to do that, but you don't view it in a healthy way, as a toxic way, because you're looking at their life, wanting their life, probably jealous as well, but you're never going to get that life because all you do is sit at home. Like, you don't recognize the work that they're putting in. And that's a big thing with people. It's mainly people that hate him, but you start to envy a life that you're never going to be able to get because you're not doing the work. If you're putting in the work, if you started your own business or post on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is, or, you know, maybe is an athlete that you look up to, if you start doing the work that they done to get to that point, that feeling of, oh, I'm never going to be able to get there just goes, because you're like, man, you know what, like, I'm actually putting in the work. This can become a dream. This can become a reality, not just a dream. And social media is always banging on about it. And you start to believe that the 9 to 5 is bad, is the worst thing in the world. It doesn't get much worse than a 9 to 5, but believe you me, it does. It really does get a lot worse than a 9 to 5. Like, let's not go down a massive rabbit hole, but trust me, it does. You just need to be grateful for your job, because for people that go on holiday every single year, without your 9 to 5, you're not going to be able to fund that. So even if it's just the slightest bit of credit to your job, you need to give it. And look, understand, you haven't been drafted to work that job. So you work in a warehouse or a supermarket, nobody's forced you into that line of work. Like, you submitted your job application, it was on you. And you can also leave that job and do something else. If you're in a position where you're like, well, I'm completely stuck, I don't know what to do. I was as well. Like I said, like, painting cars was never a dream of mine. You've just got to change your mindset. It's the only way you'll be able to actually enjoy your life, because I'm in a position at the moment, I want to, you know, do new content creation full time, and I believe I will. But right now, I'm not able to. So I shifted my mindset and I was like, you know what? No matter how miserable I am, how angry I am, that I've got to go to work. I'm gonna have to go to work Monday to Friday, 6:30 to 3 o'clock. I've got to work and got to paint cars, so I might as well just enjoy it. And it's just a simple thing like that would change the way you view your work and honestly how much you enjoy it. And don't get dragged into the people that are very miserable at your job as well. That's another thing. Like, don't agree with them. Like, sort of just be like, yeah, right, yeah, man, yeah, I understand. But in your head, understand that they're just being negative for the sake of being negative. And yeah, like, that's the best piece of advice I can give you to get rid of that Sunday feeling, because it is quite a dominant feeling. And it's, it is like, it does take a toll on you, but it is kind of pathetic at the end of the day. Like, I look back now, I'm like, man, like, really, like, I just be so unhappy because I've got to go to work, feeling like I'm the only one that's got to go to work. Millions, if not billions, no, probably billions of people got to go to work. Is just how the world works, and you got to understand that if you're not doing anything outside of work, working on something, bro, you're going to be working your job for the rest of your life. So stop the complaining and start taking action. And there's literally nothing holding you back from starting a business, content creation, becoming an athlete. It is just a mindset thing. It's cliche as hell, I know, but it's cliche, but no one actually makes a change and no one takes it seriously. But yeah, let's stop waffling. Just fix up your mindset, understand that right your 9 to 5 right now, you ain't doing shit, you ain't going nowhere. So give it some respect and just put in the work, to be honest.